I'm Ari.
I'm Nick.
I'm Wesley.
Hey, that's cool.
This is it. This is episode 43. It's the last ever episode of Pwn. Well, the last official episode. Who knows if down the line we might do some stupid thing, but
Which won't be official?
This is canonically the last episode of the original Pwn series. Oh.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Yeah, but don't worry, Pwn 2 coming soon.
It's been a wild ride, boys. 5 years. We've been doing this for 5 years.
For two of us.
Yeah.
For Ari, it's been 4 to 3. Today we don't really have like a big topic. We're just going to be sort of doing like a medley of things. We're going to be talking about sort of the history of Pwn.
History of
everything that's happened. History of us, I guess. Ari, have you ever been on the wiki, this thing that we advertise every other Pwn?
I don't think so.
It's
Okay.
very
Maybe.
funny.
I think I might have.
There was a time where I had seen every page on the wiki. I don't know if I have now.
Yeah, I don't know how up to
but
date.
I have actually written some stuff.
Well,
on the
I've
wiki
got,
too.
but I have this big timeline here. I'll put it on screen somehow, even though it's vertical. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Goodbye, Wesley.
But just a very big timeline of
as it scrolls.
everything that's happened in Pwn month by month. It's been a long time. We've been doing this for a long time, and I guess this is kind of our opportunity to talk about the history of it. Who knows if anyone's even gonna care enough to watch, But if you did, good job, Lucan. Where do we begin with? Well, it's apt that Ari's not here for the beginning because that's how it was in real life.
Yeah.
The channel itself began on June 10th, 2014, so over 5 years ago. And, hello.
Last episode?
Yeah,
Last episode.
began a long time.
I provided the
He
set.
provided the Ari, too.
Couple more comments. He is like the comedy relief because he doesn't understand what's really going on, but he's really good.
Thank you.
You are the genius, and I've always said that. You're total genius. I'm sorry for wrecking your thing.
It's fine.
Okay. I have absolutely no idea about your input because I don't know you well enough. But I think since you're always in the middle, it must be good.
Sure.
But this guy is so much talent. If you see him in the future, I'm the one that said it. He is the
Cold
new.
dibs.
He is the new. I forgot the name of the big guy.
You want Quentin Tarantino? That's what you're gonna say.
No, I was gonna
Steven
say the
Spielberg?
old. No, the old guy, the one that married his daughter and.
Roman Polanski. Oh, Woody Allen.
Woody Allen.
Allen.
So Woody Allen going all the way back, but all those other things I still agree with. You're all those guys.
You're the new guy who's gonna
Especially
marry his
Roman
daughter.
Polanski.
Yes.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
I'm
Sorry, I had
honored.
to get myself into that one.
It's fine, it's fine. So, it all began with...
Hold on a second.
First off,
Yeah.
how did you guys meet?
So, there was a day in PE...
Jeffrey and Jacob, right, my two friends in that class, we were playing volleyball in PE, and we were doing partners each day. And so the first 2 days I'd done Jeffrey, and then he said you had to have a different partner the next day. So Jeffrey went with Jacob. I didn't know anyone, so I went to Nick, and
Yeah.
Nick was like, "I'm not really good," and I was like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
He
and I
wasn't-
was
he
really
wasn't
bad.
good.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also met Paul Grano through science. We were in bio together in 7th grade, and I remember very distinctly thinking, beginning of the year, this guy's weird. I don't know
I
how
have
he's
yet
weird.
to meet Paul.
Yeah. Art has never met Paul, and I don't think he ever will.
He doesn't think he's real.
Well, okay, the summer in between 7th and 8th was like sort of the beginning of Pwn, because originally the channel was just made to post these two school projects. Paul and I were originally going to be Viners together. We were going to make Vines, we had all sorts of things written, and we were going to film them over the summer, and we never did. So instead, the summer of 2014 Pwn is just filled with videos of Jack and Will, basically.
Uh-huh.
Two
So the
of
channel
them.
already existed, Paul, West, Nick.
In
No,
the
it's called
beginning,
Paul and Wes.
In the beginning, it was called
Paul and Nick.
At some point, we changed it to Pwn because beginning of the year in 8th grade is when through PE the three of us became friends, and then through math you and I became friends. And you also had history with Paul. We filmed the very first episode of Pwn on October 10th from 3 o'clock to 4:30 in the tech room of the Enclave, which used to be the drama room.
Alright, we took an hour and a half to film 4 minutes and 36 seconds.
Yeah.
of
Well, the
footage.
original draft was like 6 minutes.
So you think these are inefficient?
Yeah. It went up on October 25th of 2014. It was the very first episode of Pwn, and that's where it all began. That was 42 episodes ago. And Wes, what do you think of the first episode of Pwn?
It ain't bad.
What do you think, Ari? Have you ever seen the first episode of
I
Pone?
believe so, and I don't think I enjoyed it all that much.
Yeah, I mean, over time, it's definitely it's not aged well.
No, but
is
it
what I'll say.
established like the characters, I guess, that we were. That
Yeah.
has changed over the years.
Yeah, and even with all the stuff that's changed, I'm still the one trying desperately to get the other two to pay attention.
Yeah.
Paul has been traded out for Ari, but in
they're
a lot
not
of ways
similar.
they're the same.
Are they? You think?
They both serve the same role of guy who knows what movies are
Right.
and enjoys watching movies,
But I
but
feel
is
like
not a
their
film
humor
student.
is not the same.
Oh,
No,
definitely.
they're the guy that balances out, so it's not just a bunch of like film nerds talking.
Well, look
It's-
at my dad again.
I think you know what you're talking about. Honestly, some of the smartest things that have been said in terms of commentary on movies have come from you, and I'm always like,
Aw.
Ari, why don't you do this every time? It's beautiful.
Please.
The first Pone is also, even if it's where Unity came from, our theme song. That's the first
Right.
time we used it. But more importantly, it's the source of a couple of inside jokes, some of which have not come up in dozens of episodes.
Yeah.
But Batman is the one that has persisted the most.
Yeah.
Of course, the traditional Batman.
Uh-huh.
This is a Christopher Nolan movie. What's your
it
favorite Christopher
Who
Nolan?
directed Batman?
I'm trying to get you to do it because this is the last episode where you'll ever be able to do
We're
it.
gonna say Batman.
If you want to.
Ari, this episode's about fan
Batman.
service. I said my name. You have to say Batman.
Yeah.
Who directed Batman?
Thank you. This is beautiful.
Is that okay?
I don't think. I don't even think you've seen the original.
Wes, you remember some of the other jokes.
Well, I'm reading them.
Yeah. Of course,
The girl
got
got
old
old,
and the
which
Minecraft
was
one.
wrong.
She does,
She does
but
get old, but it's not what
we
I thought it was.
Yeah. We thought Anne Hathaway was Murph.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go this in depth on every single episode.
Of
don't
course,
worry.
yeah, of course.
Good.
I want to get to the part where Ari comes up so he can start talking. Ari, do you remember what created our bond? Can I have another grape?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was writing glass.
No.
No.
Man in the Mask.
Man in
We've
the Mask.
never talked about Man in the Mask on
Yeah.
Pone
Yeah, we have
properly.
an entire
He was writing a script
for
for
how many
movie.
pages are we talking? I think maybe like 40-ish.
50 something.
Way
Yeah.
bigger than we can chew even now. That's like a crazy movie.
No, but I'd say if you look back at Man in the Mask, Dawn of the Damned is much more ambitious
Yeah.
in its scope.
I don't
That's
know,
fair.
Man in the Mask. I was looking at like sets, and we
I
had
know.
a boat.
Yeah,
in
that's
that,
true, that's
Because
true.
Mikey had a yacht that we were allowed to use.
That would have been very cool if we had
Yeah.
that boat scene.
So I was just editing his scripts and only the names because he had someone named Vladimir and someone named Morgan. Yeah, and I just put Vladimir Putin and Morgan Freeman while he was doing
Commissioner
that.
Morgan was his
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
and then Vladimir was Kyle.
Yeah,
But
and
he
then
always plays like a foreign drug dealer. So yeah, Ari and I, we bonded through just the worst math class ever.
Yep.
But meanwhile, while me and Ari are going through that, we have the other two episodes of Pone. Number 2, we can say like one interesting thing about each of these, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Pone number 2 is bad. It's not good. I don't like it,
No,
and it
yeah,
was
it's
filmed
not
at
good.
lunch. Pone number 3 is the Marvel one. The first time we talk about Marvel.
Right.
That's the closest thing Paul ever did to an actual episode. Like, that was the beginning of sort of, okay, we need to actually talk about something.
Yeah.
We can't just say things. We also got one of the greatest sketches of all time, the Handshake.
Uh-huh.
oh, please
The
no.
night before, Nick
No.
was like, you need to have a line that you say when you start it, just like a cold open. And I was like, okay.
College humor-esque.
Yeah. So I was like, I got 2 ideas. The first idea was, and so I hit him under the floorboards.
You've never told me that.
Yeah. And the
You
second
always
idea
told me it was really dark, but you never told me what it
And the
was.
second one was,
And so I was like, girl, you don't know a thing about animatronics.
so I went with the second one because I feel like it's more open-ended as to what it can mean. Because it doesn't mean anything,
Yeah.
and yet it means everything.
And it comes up in all sorts of poems. This can be a
Yes.
clip show too, basically, but it comes
Uh-huh.
up in poems, it comes up in sketches, it's in both movies, it's all
Mm.
over the place.
Ragazza, la tua conoscenza de serpiente non è abbastanza para me.
We also filmed Pepsi, which is everyone except my least favorite video. And it's our most viewed video. It's the only one with over 1,000 views because it
it's
got
on
put
a
on
playlist.
Reddit. Yeah,
And it's on a
Well,
playlist.
it's on a playlist. I don't know if anyone uses the playlist. Look, I don't think it's
It's a
that bad.
video.
I think it works. It's exactly what I wanted it to be.
That's true.
And it works for what it is. We've never really established what the sequence is. We
I've
had
never seen
we have
it.
Pong point.
Is that not on the
point
channel? Oh my
three,
god,
point
that's
five.
not on the channel.
I've
You
never
know what?
seen
I'll
it.
post
This is
it.
the reason Paul left.
I'll post it. I'll post it to celebrate the end of Poe. Yeah, it's the reason Paul left. Paul is
I
is
don't
the
know
best
that.
part of the video by far. Like, he's genuinely great as
Of the
this bully.
sequence? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The sequence is not good, but it was sort of the beginning of this period known as the Dark Age of Pwn, where a couple of good things came out at the very end of 2014. We filmed the hostage right after finishing the sequence, but nothing got posted. The hostage didn't get posted, the sequence didn't get posted. The first guest episode of Pwn, which would have been the fandom one with Joey, never got posted. And Paul's like, Nick, stop making videos and then not posting them. I'm like, okay, fine. So we get back to school once break ends. We film an episode called Best of 2014, and we're talking about our favorite movies of the year. Paul gets a phone call in the middle of the episode and leaves. And
Ford
it's
was
the
in this episode.
Yeah, he was in it. And then that was it. That was it for Paul. Paul's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh.
Until very recently, I always thought that he quit just because he's like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this anymore. Until Wes told me that Paul was like, also, by the way, Paul didn't hate it. He was just like,
Paul said he left because he thought he never had enough time.
okay. Is that a fair? Hey, look, it let you be here, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows if we would have gotten this far if Paul was still doing it. So then we did it with Ford. We did some episodes with Ford, which was weird, and I always forget that these exist, and I wouldn't blame either of you two for forgetting they exist, because they're the two worst episodes of Pwn, I think we can say that fairly.
Yeah.
We did start doing animation because of that, though. And then eventually that sort of died out. We did The Jump, which was a weird video. It's been a long time. This is the Dark Age of Pwn. Nothing's happening. We're not making any videos, and the very few that get made either don't get posted or are terrible, or both. And eventually we have to make a biology project. We're in honors bio together, and we have to make an honors biology project, and we make the greatest video in the history of Pwn, possibly.
That's a good
It's
video.
up there. The egg video is
Egg video.
fantastic, and I, to this day, will defend that video as being genuinely entertaining. Ari, do you have anything to say about
The egg video?
your first video on Pwn?
Which is the egg video. It was just really fun to film as well. That was such a good film.
You made a
God.
pun-filled one, and then Ari and Wes did the AP Human Geo video together.
That is true.
That was
Ari
great.
was not in our group for that.
Which was,
No.
yeah.
I forgot. I literally cannot remember for the life of me what my video was. My group.
I don't think you helped with it.
All through 2015, we were trying to get Ford back. We were saying, look, you want to do a Pwn again? And he was up for it, and just for whatever reason, it would never work. I mean, he was still involved. Like, he was still willing to do Man in the Mask
Right,
if we
right.
needed it. And if we needed him for anything, we could have gotten it. And he'll still say hi to me in the hallways, you know, or he used to. He can't anymore. But so Ari goes, I'll do it. I'll do the Pwn. Yeah, sure. I think it'd be a great idea. And
I wanted to do it very badly.
on June 24th, 2016,
Nice.
Movie Tropes Pwn number 6 came out.
Movie.
Ari, tell us about your very first episode of Pwn.
I think I seem pretty cynical in a way.
You always say this. You always say I hate how negative I am in that video. You're not, really.
Well, you guys are just trying to eat Cheez-Its in peace. I kept throwing them away and like on the floor and stuff.
And we ordered pizza. We got a female pizza.
Female pizza.
Yeah, we ordered a pizza. Like, a lot of classy stuff happens in that episode. It works, you know, it's funny. If that episode hadn't gone well, who knows if this would still be happening. The Doctor Strange one is, in my opinion, not great. It literally starts by saying this is the worst episode of Pwn. Disappointing movies is also disappointing.
Yeah. But also,
Yeah.
we did get the trio of shorts or the trio of sketches done,
Oh, we did. Okay.
and that was very good. we're just
So
missing
we
one.
made 3 sketches and a short while at Ari's transitional house. We made my review of Batman v Superman.
This movie's a pile of shit.
One of my favorite sketches to this day is your unboxing sketch, which you completely improvised, which is pretty good.
It was hard. Here we go, guys. The packaging. I thought all 3 of them were up.
No, one of them's not.
Who's not up?
The gay Viagra. The idea is it was 3 different solo
I forgot that
sketches.
existed.
3 different solo sketches. I'll post
Timothy
that
Michael
too.
Jackson.
I'll post that on a private link or some. The Telltale short also.
That was.
Which,
I'm proud of. It's not as funny as all
Yeah,
the
it's
others.
It's pretty
It's-
good though. It's good. It's like
it's
good
good
editing,
editing.
and all that.
The outlet is
I
really well
love.
edited.
We filmed Pwn number 9 here. Pwn number 9 was going to be the first episode that happens at this location. Right after filming that, we're like, okay, let's do a sketch. And I had the idea for why not. And so we're like, ooh, we don't have enough space to do why not. Can we just like delete something? I'm like, I had 2 clips from Pwn 9 because there was one in the beginning where we had started and then been like, wait a second, let's do something else, and then started over. And I deleted the actual episode instead. And I'm like, That was the episode that I just deleted. I don't even remember.
Wait,
if
was it a
anyone
good episode?
No, it was terrible if I remember correctly. It was just us singing the entire time, I think. Maybe there was some sort of like Freudian draw to delete the episode. Maybe it wasn't an accident. But Why Not is pretty good.
Why
and
Not is
between
very good.
Pwn 9 and Why Not, I'm glad Why Not went up. Pwn number 10, Hollywood is Dead, comes out.
Which you had been planning forever.
To this day, I think a lot of what I say stands true because there continues to be terrible movies, except I'm sure that's always been the case and will always be the case and nothing has changed. I just want to point out, for the record, Pwn was one of the first channels on YouTube to talk about the Emoji Movie. We talked about it so long ago when it was announced, and no one cared
Really?
about it until like it started getting promotional
Jack's
footage.
films and stuff.
I had to look this up. We did our Emoji Movie video before Jack's Films did theirs. The Hostage also got posted that time. 2 years after we made it, we finally posted it. Wes hates that video. Why do you hate that video, Wes?
I think it's just stupid.
I agree, it's stupid. I don't think it's
Yeah, I
intrinsically
didn't.
bad like
No,
all the
it's
other
not terrible.
videos.
It's
It's not
supposed to be
Pepsi.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that wasn't the last video of the year. We also did our first official guest episode that got uploaded, Star Wars Holiday Special with Kirsten.
Yes.
Which I always forget that she was on Pwn.
That wasn't a bad episode.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It works. It's especially the intro. I love the
The
intro.
intro,
with
mainly the intro. It's loud and stuff.
I think it's a fine discussion, and without background noise, it probably would have been fine. Tutor TV also
TV was a
made.
video we made.
You really
and
like
Ari.
that one. I think that is really good,
Tutor
and I
TV,
love.
Yes.
Great.
Violet's really into Tudor history, so that's her favorite video too.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's not even one I'm in. It's
Nice.
one that you two made. And then we started working on a hot lead, and a hot lead is a movie.
Very good one, Mike.
Yeah.
Is it even
My
worth
dad.
talking about?
We
Like
just
we've talked
watched
about it
it.
so much. We just recorded a commentary for it that'll be on the DVD if I release one. Now, right after a hot lead comes what I call the great triumvirate of sketches, which is 3 fantastic sketches in a row. We have the Great Kidnap of 43. We also did Double Sleeper Agent, which
Oh, it's good.
is a strong contender for best sketch on the channel behind only
Very good.
one video, I think. We did
V
V-Shower. V-Shower,
V-Shower.
congratulations, Michael.
We will have a
Baby
BB baby shower for you.
TV shower.
I love that video so much, to the point that every day I think about sending it to Vsauce, and I think he'd like it.
Really?
It's short enough that he can watch it, you know?
You gotta do
It's such a weird video. Deadly Choices, never mind, that's such a weird video.
It's weird enough that when we were filming it at midnight in pitch black in Joey's house, Joey's mom woke up and was like, "Are you guys drunk?"
And we weren't.
Yeah.
We were just watching movies and then said, we don't want to watch Miller's Crossing, let's film a video. We started doing poems again. Ari edited 14, you edited 15. Those were the first that I didn't edit. Chess to the Death, that's also up there for the greatest sketch.
That's
That is
good.
directed
That's a
by
fun
you. Because I said, all right, Ari, just tell me what to film. And you're like, okay. So there's a chess game.
Yeah.
Just the Worst Movies, Pwn number 16 is the one where we talk about Emoji Movie, we talk about the Playmobil movie, we talk about No Malone, we talk about those types of things. That is behind Pwn number 1, that is the most viewed Pwn video. It goes 1 and then 16 is the second
Why?
most viewed. I have no clue. I think I just did good tags on that one because there was something that we did in there that was good. Last Jedi we watched with Lucan and Steven. I'm waiting for you guys to speak.
Sorry.
You seem bored.
No, I'm thoroughly in gold.
No, he didn't watch The Last Jedi with Luke and Steven.
That's true.
No,
You didn't
I
watch
watched
it.
this one.
Steven, Wes, and Lucan and I watched it. Wes hated it. I did not like
I had to
it.
help them film the intro.
no.
Star Wars Abridged is good, right?
Yes, I do like that one.
Star
That
Wars
was
Abridged
This is very
random.
iconic.
We've always intended to do other Abridged videos that we never ever
Have we?
do.
I
I
did
wanted
not
to
know
do a
that.
Harry Potter one around the time when we
Oh,
did the
okay.
Harry Potter
That'd be
video.
fun.
Bear Grylls Detective was filmed a
Oh,
while
now
before
this
that,
is
but yeah.
maybe my favorite video on Pwn.
Really.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
It's a weird one, yeah.
It's odd.
It's funny. It's definitely something.
Nick improvised all of it.
I improvised the
And it's
entire
amazing.
thing. That was the first video of 2018. And so then begins the Adpocalypse, or the second Dark Age of Pwn. So I don't know if you remember this. Logan
How does
Paul did
Adpocalypse affect us whatsoever?
Well, it's the reason
Because
none
we
of our
went from
stuff is
making
monetized.
5 cents to $0.
So I posted a video that is essentially our only vlog ever, where I said things are changing, and I
don't
always
think I
forget this
watched
video
it, to be
exists.
honest.
Good, don't. I mean, it's fine, right? But it carries a point that doesn't
It's a
really
very
stand.
somber video.
Yeah, it's
It's
also...
Nick being his most serious on the channel.
And to be fair, like, I don't think I overreacted because
so.
at the time it kind of did mean that we wouldn't get any money past that point. But also, like, what would we have done with money past that, you know? Like, this was never our intention, was to continue this forever. There's always been an end date for Pwn, you know? Which I remember years ago thinking about this last episode and being like, oh boy, it's gonna be an hour long. No. The mugging. Do you remember this? What is this?
Oh, I love that one.
That's the.
I love that one. It's one of my
Yes,
favorite ones.
the
Okay.
insurance one. Yeah, that's also one of my
favorite
favorites.
Yeah. I says to her, I says, girl, you don't know a thing about no anacondas. Yeah, I just don't like turtles. Is that a problem?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
good.
That's
We got 2 Pwns with Chloe that, honestly, they're 2 different Pwns. This should be episode 44 that we're doing, but they count as one part.
But also, we don't have a 9.
Yeah, one of them can retroactively be 9. And then the Pwner Awards. Now, I remember
That's a good
you
one.
thinking the Pwners are stupid, maybe, or having not seen them.
I
It's
think
one
it
of
was
the two.
stupid because it's
Um,
Steven.
Then we began working on Dawn of the Damned, which destroyed our lives, basically. That took so long. Never got
Jesus.
finished. That
was so
imagine
long
all
ago.
the videos we could have done if we didn't do Dawn of the Damned.
But imagine how good it is.
What do you mean? I've seen it. I don't
Is it
have
good?
to imagine. Look, it's not worth a year and a half. It's
Really?
worth half a year, you know?
Which is what it was supposed to be.
If it had been finished then, you know, it's the build-up. The more we talk about this movie, you
Am I
don't
ever
feel
gonna
bad
see
that you
it?
haven't. You will see it at some point. I'm not gonna let you, you know, die without having seen it. You'll probably
on your
see it.
deathbed, he's like, he pulls up an iPad. He's like,
All right, kids, Ari's grandchildren, get out of here. We got a 3.5 hour long film to watch. So around that time, we did one of the best Pwns, I think, number 21, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which
That's
is
the
one
other
of those ones where I'm talking about where Ari says something
yeah,
really
Ari,
good.
Ari has a good discussion.
Ari makes this video. Like, your commentary on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you can see Wes sit there and be like, how do you know this?
Yeah.
Lucan did a 4-year anniversary where, honestly, the only thing you need to know about that video is there's 3 eggs, which represent us, and
Yeah.
Ari's has a 6-pack.
Nice.
Yeah, where's that 6-pack now, Ari?
We got 2 videos that we never talk about. We have 2 is Company, which is the one that none of us have anything to do with, and it's
Yeah.
literally just on our channel because I wanted something to fill space. And then Inspiration, which is actually Steven's favorite video. It's kind of funny. That's the only video on the channel where with a female main character. Like,
Inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also like a play.
I only remember that video being fun because I did like communal editing where I sat down at a projector with the editing software behind me, and like 5 people sat around in a semicircle, and I'm like, what do you think of this sound effect? And we just put in the stupidest things. We had 3 music videos come out. Ari, yours is pretty good. We listened to it on the road trip,
Oh, yeah.
didn't we? Wes, you know I love Justin's song so much.
Here's something funny about. I mean, like this. Is, I mean, if you want me to talk about
Sure.
the video, sure. So
I like
we,
how this is the video we decided to focus on.
So we did everything, and I mean everything, for that the day before it was due. So I go to Connor's house, we record the entire song, and then we start filming a few scenes until Justin comes over, and then we can film some more scenes with Justin. Alexis is like busy until like 6.
Yeah.
So then we go over to the beach to film her and Justin's song. She hasn't recorded any of her lines yet, and she has to leave at like 8. She can only be with us for like 2 hours. Alexis hasn't filmed her part yet, and she needs to go, so she just does it in the back of like my car.
So
Really?
the Alexa turned on.
Oh, anyway, what do you mean? You want me to explain my editing style?
Is there a philosophy to this?
No, not really. I mean, I watch it, I see what it does. I try to cut out a lot of the a lot of the interjections, like the uhs and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's probably like more cuts than mine.
It's fast paced, yeah.
Yeah, it's fast paced. I do a lot of cutaways to jokes. I do a lot of like music stops as the punchline. A lot of zoom ins. Ooh, I love a good Ken Burns. You know that.
Yes,
Ken
you
Burns
have
effect.
explained this. I don't even,
Yeah.
when I do a Ken Burns, I'm not doing it for the sake of a Ken Burns. I'm doing it because it's a reference to your editing style. 6 sketches in 60 minutes. Did you ever watch this?
Ooh, I've only watched part 1.
Okay, you're missing the best sketch then. There's one with the Pikachu, which is, I only bring up the 6 sketches because hidden in the 6 sketches is one of the greatest sketches on the channel, which is Lucan is a Vietnam veteran. He improvises this beautiful scene where he's talking about, well, my life changed when I went to Vietnam. And he's like sitting there and like, oh God, it destroyed my life. She took the house, she took the kids. And we stopped making videos because we were so
Dawn of the
obsessed
Damned.
with Dawn of the Damned. We did get a lot of poems in the beginning of senior year, though. We got Summer of 18. We got the Gnome movies. We got the one about Done with the Damned. The Fortnite PSA is a video that I forgot exists. It's not bad. I think it's all right. We did a poem with Joey. Oh yes, I almost forgot. We changed logos at the beginning of senior year because I made a deal with Ari where I said, look, is it all right if Joey is in a few poems? And he said, yes, but you got to change that damn logo.
Yeah.
It was the
So we
color
did.
that he didn't like.
And also I represent some.
Oh, so I didn't
Mexican
even
kid
do what you
that I
wanted.
And they put a football in it, even though I don't play football anymore.
Yeah.
But you did at the time.
Yeah, but I realized, like, I talked to Nick about it, I'm like, I'm gonna be playing football.
Yeah,
for,
but
like,
also
a
we
month.
very rarely use the one with the stuff in it. We have a few weird videos. Then we have the Odd Couple, where you and Lucan are chained together, which has some
that's one of
genuinely
my
good
favorites.
There's some great improv in
Yeah,
there.
that was great.
My favorite moment of improv that possibly has ever been on Pwn is the why don't we walk sideways and you stare at each other and at the exact same time go, nah, I don't want to look at your ugly face. We got a couple of good poems, and then we got 26 was Joey's first. We talked about teen movies. We had done a teen movie marathon in preparation for another film that we never did.
Are gonna make.
And I just want to point out, in Dawn with
Never.
the Damned, the poem about Dawn with the Damned, we briefly mentioned glass boxes, and Wes says, and that one has a hard deadline of Thanksgiving. And I go, yep, it'll be out at Thanksgiving. And we never filmed any of it.
What
Yeah.
kind of weird, like, mental state you guys were going through to think that was possible?
It was optimism, I think, is what that mental state is called. Then we have the Dark Knight episode of Poem, which is a great episode of Poem. The intro to that is also really good. I love the phone calls, especially.
Yeah.
We spend most of that video talking about the boat scene. Timmy Two Times is a sketch.
It's
What
not
do
a bad
you
one.
think?
I like it.
You like it? You like it?
Yeah.
Devin Carter.
Yeah.
Devin Carone!
Devin.
It's
a good film.
That's a lot of Nick for forgetting the names that he had just come up with.
Yep. That one was a weird video. We had that written for a very long time. That was
Yeah.
written like almost as soon as we did the marathon.
Uh-huh.
And then the Mr. Salami review of a hot lead
That
is
is a
the video I
great
am most
movie.
proud of
So
on
I
the
do
entire
really like
channel,
that
I
video.
think.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
really
very
good.
good video.
And you wrote it.
I did. I wrote the review of my own film. And I do
hour-long
a
review.
very good
It's a
job
review
of
that's
destroying...
almost as long as the entire
Yeah,
film.
it's like 48 minutes long. It's the second longest thing on the channel behind a hot lead. And it is kind of brutal at times.
That's fair. It's funny.
But like it's I'm really proud of the jokes in that. Ari, you have seen the Mr. Plinkett videos before, so you actually
Yes.
have
Well,
frame
I'm not
of
the
reference.
biggest fan of them. I think most people.
Yeah,
tend to
well,
love
you've
them.
seen them at least.
Yeah.
And I love the montage at the end. It's the perfect tone for like, you know, we're entering the last year of Pwn, you know. Here's all this great stuff to remind you. We got a marathon that I did with Lucan that I never posted the rest of, which I finished. I just never posted the videos for some reason. I'll post them eventually. Supreme Court Smackdown, I'm pretty proud of. You probably hate this video. I think it's pretty
I've
good.
never seen
Spectre
it.
Spookers.
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like Spectre Spookers?
No.
Have you seen
I don't
Spectre
think I've seen it,
Spookers?
no.
It's the one with the warehouse.
No.
I think it's
So
good
stupid.
for being improvised in 15 minutes. I think it's pretty good. It's also the only episode of Pwn that hasn't been edited on iMovie or Final Cut. That was done on Premiere. We did a bunch of Pwns. We did the Pony Awards, the second Ponies by the Fire over there. I did talking about the Academy Awards. Look, I think that was a great video, and it's one of the least viewed on the channel. I'm really proud of that too. But no one cares, you know. But
Now it's over.
the Pony or the Poner Awards for this past year, is
They're pretty good.
also. We never talked about Just an Average Tuesday.
Wait, I thought you were going through it. When was that?
Why? How did I miss that? That's like the best video on the
Just
channel.
Average Tuesday is a video.
Just an Average
That's-
Tuesday. What is Wes's favorite?
It's one of my favorites, yeah.
I'd say it's probably the weirdest thing on the channel.
The Poner Awards for this year are another video that I'm incredibly proud of how it turned out. Like, it is genuinely really good. We're sitting there with, like, Wes is like about to get his head chopped off. We've got all these montages and little cutaway gags, and then we did Avengers Endgame Pwn, which was Wes edited that one alone. And that was the first one that was under 10 minutes since episode number 10.
We should have more time for that one.
10 minute, yeah. For whatever reason, it started just this plot that continued for only 2 episodes, where I die and then they have to replace me somehow, and that's the end of that storyline. So then we went on a road trip.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need to talk about that. We've
talked about
only talked about that for the last couple of episodes.
And then we made a sketch in Redwood, and apparently it's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, they haven't seen it.
Go see
yet.
it.
I've seen
so this is that was the history of Pwn in a very long period of time. I'll cut it down as much as I can, but that was not a brief history of Pwn. That's not even including things on the other channels. That's not including the weird stuff that can be found hidden throughout the internet.
Now I'm going to Indiana University.
Yes,
What?
I'm going to San Diego. Why are we... What? Well, okay, so by the time that by this time tomorrow, I will be on a plane over the Pacific going to Hawaii, and by this time yesterday, Wes was in Portugal. I bring this up because this is the last time that the 3 of us will be in a room together, probably for the rest of the year, right? Because by the time that I'm back from Hawaii,
What about Thanksgiving?
both of them
Dummy?
are gone. Okay, you know what? I'm trying to be sentimental. We're all going to schools, and this is the last time that we'll be able to film a Pwn for a very long time, so this is where it ends, you know?
Yep.
You know, it had to end eventually, and
Maybe I'll convince them to make a podcast with me.
yeah, we're gonna.
Far away.
We're still debating what we're gonna do post Pwn. This probably won't be the last video on the channel, but at some point I will. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is there's gonna be a video where I say, okay, that's it. This channel is archived now, and then if we do anything else, it's gonna be elsewhere. But yeah, I mean,
He's gonna cry.
Nah, I'm not gonna cry. Okay, so there's a couple more things I want to talk about, unless either of you have things you want to say.
Hopefully see you guys again. It was fun so far. I'm talking
No,
about them.
I'm saying,
I'll see
yeah.
you again.
You know what? Really quickly, Ari, what was your favorite Pwn memory?
So many. I'm
What's
gonna be biased to the more recent ones on the road trip.
That's fair.
Like night.
Yeah, okay, well, all of our favorite Pwn memories is the road trip, right? Okay, what's your favorite Pwn sketch, I should say, then? Think back through all the videos you've been in.
I mean, why not more classic? I like
You like
chess,
chess,
and
yeah.
I like the
Double Agent.
double. I prefer chess and the real estate one.
The mugging.
Yeah, the mug.
Mugging. Yeah. I don't know. I think one of those.
Alright, that's fair.
I think mine might be the mugging, yeah.
Really? Mine is by far Just an Average Tuesday. I think Just an Average Tuesday is my pick. Second place being the Double Sleeper Agent.
That's
I
a
think
good
it's
one.
pretty good. Do you have a favorite moment from this show? Like the sitting at this table.
Oh.
What is your favorite moment from sitting at this table, Ari?
I can't think of one.
Well, I know what the answer is.
What is it?
It's octuplets. Right.
That was funny.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty funny.
That's got to be up there at the very least.
It is definitely up there.
So it's probably, even though I wasn't here, it's when I turned into a tomato. Because I didn't know you guys were gonna do this,
The record
and I just
show.
I just saw the episode, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Let the record show Wes's favorite Pwn moment is not being on Pwn. I liked watching Dark Knight together, and I liked
fun.
doing that video. I honestly, it's probably also Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
But I do think Pwn 10 is great, Pwn 13 is great, Pwn 16, I like. The rest of them are fine. I don't know. I really like talking about who killed Captain Alex. That was pretty recent. You know, there's been lots of stuff, lots of good stuff. All right. So what I've done is I have asked people that subscribe to this channel, and by that I mean people that we know personally,
Yeah.
to give us little goodbye videos that they're gonna give in. So like Steven and Lucan and whatnot have all submitted little videos.
Great.
But those will play now, I guess.
Oh, hey there. Didn't see you there. My name's Paul. I worked with Pwn. Let me just kick these off. I was just gonna... Oh. I think I stepped on shit.
Oh! Hey! I didn't see you there. My name's Lucan. Lucan Alter Stagiati. Sadly, Pwn has to come to an end. But that's the end of all things. Pwn will keep on going in many other short skits and other things, hopefully. Dawn of the Damned might be released, and well, other movies. Boy, is a time gone by. Many things have happened. Filming, sketches, wonderful things that I'll always cherish. So I just want to remind all of you watching this Pwn video, things truly never come to an end. They just keep on going. And going and going. They'll live in our hearts. It just surprises me that as things go on, we have to keep on moving forward, and I'll just never forget my time at Pwn. So one last thing. My name's Luke Stagiati, and I would just like to say to you, thank you for watching Pwn, and have a good day.
Yeah, that's you. Go ahead and subscribe right now. You don't want to be like this guy. That guy's dead.
Are we good? Yes. Alright. Test is successful. My name is... I am the creator of the Crawlman films. I have an interesting relationship with the Pwn team. I've been in a few Pwn projects myself. My first experience with Pwn was with their Pepsi video, which I still watch to this day. Okay, go visit my YouTube page, Productions. There's no spaces, there's a dash in between, so it's Productions, both capitalized. We're also starting our own movie review show as well, and there's so much more. We got lots of stuff planned. The next movie's coming out soon. Opposing Forces almost out, and also with Rookie. And wait.
Working on the night moves, trying to lose the awkward teenage blues.
Oh shit. Alexa, stop. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Anyways, hi, I'm Joey. You may know me as the guy who's been just out of frame since the beginning. I met Nick in an 8th grade PE class, and after that, I soon became a main character in the classic film piece, The Sequence, obviously. After that, my Pwn involvement didn't really go anything past a seat in an unreleased episode back in 8th grade, until sophomore year, when I shared a film class with Nick and Ari. There we created a hot lead and even birthed the idea for Dawn of the Damned, even though it was called Kroger Club at the time. After that came senior year. I was inspired by Nick's filmmaking and film writing and the best movie in the world, Dazed and Confused, to create my own feature film. Wesley, Nick, Ari, it's been an absolute honor to call you guys my friends throughout high school. I hope it never ends. Yeah, I'll check you later, and if you ever need anything from me, I'll be there, man. Alexa, resume.
Pwn is coming to an end. When I got this text to make this video, it kind of brought me back to Nick and to Wes and to Paul, which I haven't seen in years. But you know, I'm grateful, super grateful and thankful that these boys brought me into this sort of like, you know, talk show about movies. And I just want to say thank you to all you guys, and Paul, Wes, and Nick for including me in Pwn. And these guys were my first boys, so I guess this is farewell. And yeah, I guess this is farewell.
Stay alive, stay woke.
We'll be waiting for you when you get back. Little older, a little wiser, but happy to see you. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end, no dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning they. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
I'm Nick,
And I'm not associated with these two.
and welcome to the
Last ever episode of Pwn. Well, the last official episode. Who knows if down the line we might do some stupid thing, but
Which won't be official?
This is canonically the last episode of the original Pwn series. Oh.
Yeah.
That scared me.
Yeah, but don't worry, Pwn 2 coming soon.
Oh, wasn't that sweet? That
I
was
don't know what I say. To be honest.
Now, Wesley, look,
Yes.
it's up to you, but I thought that a good way to end this series would be, can you please finally tell us what was your opinion of Interstellar? We've mentioned that you don't like it, but you have never sat and talked about Interstellar.
Okay, so Interstellar it's very visually good, and I like the music a lot and all the audio, but I find it to be too didactic at times. Like it explains a lot of stuff, a little like too much. Like they spend the first hour of the movie, if I remember correctly, just talking about why there's no corn on Earth.
Okra, the last crop of okra.
I thought it was corn.
Wheat 7 years ago, okra this year. Now there's just corn.
It's kind of long. I thought it was kind of boring, and I thought that all the parts where it was trying to be emotional with like his daughter growing up quicker than he was didn't really work. I don't think Christopher Nolan's great at showing emotion. Like he's not very good at like emotional characters, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Kubrick in that sense.
Well, I think with Kubrick it's probably a choice. The only bad thing I will say about Nolan is I don't know if his lack of emotion is a choice, whereas Kubrick it's definitely intentional. He likes, because there is emotion in there. It's just the way he displays it is very precise.
Guys, I believe we're running out of time.
Yeah. All right.
Well, okay, that's Interstellar.
Wow.
And I think that ending's stupid with the 25th dimension or whatever it is.
But he does like the music. The music is pretty good.
Yes, Nick and I listen to the music while writing scripts.
Yes, that is true.
Gets
That's
the
fine.
juices flowing.
Yeah. All right then. Well, Ari, do you want to lead us out on our last ever episode of Home?
You want to do it again?
Sure, that's all we have time for.
On this last final episode of Home. If you've enjoyed this series, go ahead and leave a like on every single video, except for the 5th one. Ari, tell us about our sponsors that don't exist.
Today we are sponsored by time. The concept.
There's not enough of it to make more phones.
Yep.
Definitely can't
We
get
are out of that.
Yeah, that is what we are out of. Wesley, would you like to point to our favorite comments?
Yes.
They're going to be all over the screen.
There.
Yeah.
There.
If your comment is there, good for you. You win nothing. So we have an Instagram that I'll continue to put things on occasionally. I'm not going to link to the Twitter because it becomes pointless after this. I won't put a link for the website because why? But I will put a link for the wiki. Go read that. That's pretty good. With that has been Paul West Nick. That has been our series.
With Ari. As
with
Paul.
Ari. Starring Ari as Paul. I'm Nick.
Okay. Okay, I'm Ari.
I'm Wes.
No. On the last thing we ever filmed.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm Ari. Bye.
I'm Nick.
I was Wes.
This was Wes.
No, I
That
wasn't.
Wesley Davies.
He is associated with us too.
Yeah. And he was associated with us. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Poon.
No! You just got pwned!
hey. Thanks for watching Pwn. And don't forget. I don't.
Oh, hey.